Joining us is South Carolina Senator, Chair of Senate Banking, Tim Scott. Welcome, Mr. Chairman. Everyone on the right is frustrated, you included.
Thanks,
when Leader Thune says it's a math problem, what does he mean by that?
Well, Trey, bottom line is we simply need more Republicans who will support President Trump's objectives of getting Save America passed, closing our borders, keeping them closed, and passing tax cuts. The only way for that to happen is for us to win more seats. That's why every voter can go to defendthemajority.com. All your viewers can help us by going to defendthemajority.com. We need more Republicans who support President Trump's objectives, from the border to election integrity.
All right, the filibuster over the course of history has evolved. It no longer applies to cabinet nominees, judges, reconciliation. Some Democrats have promised to get rid of it. If the Democrats are promising to get rid of it, is there an appetite to do it now? In other words, why wait?
Yeah. Well, Trey, I got to say that when someone tells you who they are, believe them. The Democrats have been consistently saying they don't want to just get rid of the filibuster in these days. They actually want to get rid of the Senate. But beyond that, they want to make sure that Puerto Rico and D.C. become states. They want to make sure that they pack the Supreme Court until they have a liberal, crazy, progressive majority. The only way to stop that from happening, and I believe them, Trey, is to win elections. That means we have to stop Tallarico in Michigan by electing Mike Rogers. Here's someone in Abdul El Said who says he wants to get rid of borders. He wants to punish police. He wants to defund police. He wants to defund ICE. How do we stop that from being a reality? Mike Rogers needs our support all across the country to make sure he's successful in Michigan. Democrats would do it. We should get the votes to do it first. Without any question, we need the kind of Republicans being elected that will support President Trump and his objectives and make it easier for us to have success legislatively.
All right, Chairman, here's a look. We'll listen together at yesteryear when Democrats were in power.
Basically, what you're doing is destroying the Constitution if we go ahead with this, if it destroys the checks and balances that the Senate is, the only institution in our political system where minority views are protected.
You know, Chairman, you and I both have tremendous respect for Chairman Grassley, one of my favorite colleagues, probably yours too. I guess the challenge is when minority voice becomes minority power to obstruct. He's talking in the minority at the time about preserving the filibuster. That was a different day in time. It's different between voice and the power to obstruct, yes.
Absolutely, Trey. The challenge that we're seeing today is Democrats have weaponized this minority power called the filibuster in so many ways. You can see it on their unwillingness to actually fund our constitutional responsibilities with our national security. We literally had to use a budget tool called reconciliation to make sure that we had the national security protection in place that the Democrats, every single one of them, not willing to support funding our military, funding DHS, our Department of Homeland Security, funding our national security apparatus. If that's the way they're going to play, and I believe this is a permanent part, a construct of the Democrat Party in 2026 and beyond, we're going to have to make it easier for us to do our constitutional responsibility, and that means electing Republicans that will support the Constitution and protect our borders and continue to follow the rules of the road. This is kind of simple.
All right. You rattled off some states that are electing senators. Shockingly and surprisingly, we are electing one in our own beloved home state of South Carolina. Voters go to the poll on Tuesday. I voted early. I know that you are in Charleston celebrating your wife's birthday. You can vote on Tuesday. Any idea, any sense on the ground of what that looks like? A runoff, I guess, in 2 weeks?
I think so, Trey. I've been paying attention, close attention to everyone running. I wanted to see exactly how well Darlene would perform as a senator. I will say, frankly and refreshingly, she has been very conservative in her positions. It is consistent with who she is. And I've seen some of the attack ads as well, which I think are kind of, just crazy. If you are actually supporting blind folks in your job, I would not conflate that with DEI personally. I just think that's just terrible. I will say this, a lot of good candidates. I'm going to watch what happens on Tuesday night. I'm going to make sure that I'm back at home. I'm driving across the state on Tuesday. I'll be back at home in time to vote because this is a consequential election for those of us living in South Carolina. This big month of August, we have elections all over the map. Minnesota, Michigan, we just had one in Michigan, and South Carolina with the special election. It's time for us to make sure we go conservative all the way through.
Yeah, I did not think the D in DEI stood for disabled. I actually thought it was a good thing to help people and dedicate your life to those who want to work. So that criticism of her was lost on me, but that's politics. The great Chairman Tim Scott, thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Thank you, Congressman. See you soon.